Hi, Saikal. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. So, what is your demo today?
Yes, today I finished two-tier architecture with Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, and WordPress.
Okay.
Um, so this is the manual setup today. So this diagram we'll see. I have the region. I will choose the US test 1, North Virginia. So here we have the internet like VPC. We have two availability zones, which we have the three instance. We will create the three instance. Two of them would be on public subnet, and one of them on private subnet. On private subnet would be our database for the for security reason, because when I will download the WordPress, it will be stored automatically on database on Maria DB. So for that purpose, the database should be on secure, so it's gonna be on private subnet. Our WordPress would be available on our app server, so it's would be on the public subnet, and I will create it one more instance. I will call it jump server, so it's allow me through the NAT gateway connect to my database instance. So let's start. For requirements, we are going to create WordPress blog site hosted on web server with server on the other server, MariaDB server. So for this consideration, WordPress blog should be hosted under independent web server under public subnet. And WordPress database should be on independent database server on private subnet. Our WordPress must be configured in private VPC. In VPC, WordPress server should be in public subnet with only port 80 open to entire world. In VPC, database should be hosted in private subnet with no one allowed to connect via internet on any port. So WordPress and database should be connected via most secure way. So that would be our NAT jump server, which SSH to WordPress and database server will be allowed only with jump server in most secure way, which is not proposed in this case. It's not an instance. And after that, we need to updating and patching. Both servers should be able to patch and update via internet in most secure way through the NAT instance. For this task, what be performed, we need to create the, first of all, VPC. We need customize VPC. We need create public and private subnet. Also public and private route table. We have to associate this public private subnet with route tables. We need to create internet gateway and attach it to our VPC. Also, we need to create NAT gateway and modify NAT instance, not create launch NAT instance and modify private table to this instance, secure instance. NAT instance. Also, we need to create EC2 jump server and disable source and destination check. We need to log in into jump server and set up SSH key for app server and for our DB server. Create EC2 database server and install MariaDB and grant access to user who can connect from app server. Also, we need to create one more EC2 for our app server for installing our WordPress blog. We need to set up WordPress to DB connection. Also validate WordPress blog by creating a first blog. For this, let's start. I want to open my notes here. So first we need to start our creating VPC. So I'm going to my AWS console. It's not Virginia. So first I'm going to my VPC. Create VPC. I will call my VPC name two-tier architecture, VPC, TTA. And I give the CIDR block 10.0.0.0/16. And I create. Now I want to create subnet. One is private, one is public. So I'm creating subnet. I'm choosing my VPC customize. My public subnet. Availability zone, I will choose US test 1A. CIDR block 10.0.1.0/24. And one more subnet, my private subnet. The same availability zone, just CIDR block I will change to, let's take 2. I'm creating subnet. Next step, I'm creating route table, public and private. So I'll create route table. Let's call my public route table. Customize VPC and create. So I'm creating one more private. Private route table. I'm selecting my customize VPC. Okay, next step. We finish all this configuration. Next step, I need to create internet gateway for public subnet and attach this internet gateway to our VPC. And I need to modify my route table. So let's go back. I'm creating internet gateway. Let's call my internet gateway 42 architecture. So I'm attaching it to my custom VPC. Attach. Now I'm going to, next step, I'm going to modify route table. So for my public route table, I want to edit route to. I need to select my public route table, edit route 0.0.0/0 destination to internet gateway. And after that, I need to do the subnet association for my public and for my private subnet. So let's go back. I'm going to my route table. First of all, I will start with my public. So click on my public route table, go to the routes, edit routes, add route 0.0.0/0 to internet gateway, which I create. I am saving. After that, I want to doing the subnet association. Go to the public route table, subnet association, edit subnet for public subnet. I'm saving. And next step for private, subnet association, edit subnet, for private. I'm saving. Okay, we finished this step. So next step, it would be our security group. For our security group, we have to create 3 security group. One of for the NAT instance, second for our web server, and third one for our DB server. So go back. I'm creating security group. Create security group. Let's go NAT security group. NAT security group. I'm choosing my VPC customize. And now here for inbound rule for NAT instance, I will choose first SSH port 22, which source destination will be anywhere. I will be choose all ICMP IPv4 from anywhere. HTTP, and this is for HTTPS for receiving traffic from database servers. So I'm saving. One more security group I will be, let's call it NAT security group. Next security group I will be create for app server. Okay. So for inbound rule for app server, I will be use the HTTP port 80 source anywhere. It's for all traffic to website from internet. Next, I'm gonna choose SSH port 22 only from NAT server. So I'm customizes only from NAT security group. Next, I want to go to and type all ICMPv4. So I'm customizing it to NAT security group. It's for allowed to ping only from NAT server. So let's check HTTP port 80, SSH port 22, and all ICMP for NAT security group. So I'm saving. Next, I'm creating security group for DB server. So this is DB security group. Here for inbound rule, I will choose the MySQL Aurora because I will be installing MySQL here and I need to be open port 33.06. I will customize it from app server security group. For SSH, I will be open port 22 for customizing for NAT security group. And one more all ICMP, I'm customizing to security group of NAT. Okay, it's all done. I'm saving. So we create 3 security groups, one each for NAT instance, second one for app instance, and third one for DB instance. Now I want to create NAT instance. So I'm going to EC2 dashboard. I want to launch instance. Let's call it NAT instance. Or let's do NAT server. Okay. So here I am typing NAT. And I will choose community AMI. Amazon AMI VPC NAT, it would be works. So it's give me T2 micro, sorry, for free tier eligible. I will choose here my existing keeper. For network setting, it's my customized VPC. For NAT instance, I will choose public subnet. And after sign public IP, it should be enable. And for security group, I'm choosing for NAT. And everything it's gonna be, I will use by default. So I'm launching my instance. Okay. So let's create other two instances for database and for app server. So for database, it should be on private subnet, and for app server, it would be on public subnet, the differences. So because on database, we will be install and configure MariaDB. For app server, we will install Apache and PHP WordPress. So I'm going to my instance. So my NAT instance is running. So what I'm going to do, just click on NAT instance, go to action, go to networking, and say change source destination check. I will be check mark and stop, save it. So I will configure my NAT instance. So let's create it for DB server. For DB server, I'm launching Amazon Linux, T2 micro. I will be select my keeper. For network setting custom VPC, here this is my private subnet, and after sign public IP I am doing disable. So I'm selecting existing security group for DB. Storage I will be up to 10, and now I'm launching instance. This is for DB server. Now my instance for DB is pending, so let me create for app. So I'm going to launch instance. App server. Amazon Linux. T2 micro. I'm choosing public subnet. Enable. Security group for app. It's up to 10 and launch instance. So let's see, my three instance, third one is come up, it's pending. So what I'm doing now, let's go back to my PPT. So I create NAT instance, which on public subnet. After that, I create the database on private subnet. and I created apps server instance for public subnet. So I need to configure all instance. So what I'm going to do, I want to configure instance and key to make allow through the NAT instance SSH to my database instance. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to the NAT instance. So one more thing here for database instance. Because of it's on private subnet, we can't do it anything, do anything. So that's why I want to go to my DB server. So let's go to my route table. I'm going to my private route table. I'm going to the route, and here I'm editing my routes 0.0/0 to my instance, NAT instance. So I'm saving to allow me to install MariaDB. So I configure believe all. So I'm going to my instance, go to connect SSH. Okay, I'm going to connect. Let's go now. My key name is on my download. So I'm going inside of my NAT instance. So I want to here the configure my key. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go to the as a root. So I'm going to give SSH that key. So here I wanna copy my key and paste it to my Vim editors. So now for verify, so my SSH key is here. So I want to give the permission. So if you can see here, I want to give the permission for only so now if I'm check, so only read permission I have. So I already configure and set up my SSH key. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to my DB server. So for this, SSH-I, and I need to go to back my instance and take private IP of my database. So yes, as you can see, I am able to connect through the NAT instance to my database instance. So if you see here, so my IP is 10.10.0.2146, and here my database server's private IP is 10.2.146. So next step, what I'm trying to do now, I'm inside of my database instance. So first, what I want to do, I want to install MariaDB, and I want to start enable and check the status of my MariaDB and configure server for WordPress hosting. So let's go back. So I'm running first command, it's yum install MariaDB. Can do it. Why? So it's completed. So let's check. Let's start MariaDB system ctl start MariaDB. Okay, let's enable it. Now I want to check the status of MariaDB server. So it's active and it's running. So now what I want to do, I want to configure MariaDB server for WordPress hosting. So I want to run command mysql secure installation. So here they're asking me use the password for root. I want to set the root password. I say yes. Let's give the new password. Retype it. Now this is the common question which they ask us for setting. And now I want to modify it. So I want to allow remote connection. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to the ETS directory, etc. Here let's go to here my .cnf. There is my MariaDBs. Okay, here I'm doing pwd. So this is my folder. So server CNF. So I want to go inside and doing the modifying. So let's go vi server.cnf. And here I want to insert. I want to show here for modify this etc mycnf this server cnf file to allow remote connection. I need to add bind address. equal 0.0.0. So this text I want to use in configuration file. This tag means this address, any connection from remote can accept it. So let's go to my Visual Code and I want to edit here. Address 0.0.0 and I want to skip and save it. So if I'm doing cat server .cnf, you can see here the bind address. Okay, next step, I want to go as a root to my MariaDB and create the database. So what I'm going to do, I'm running command mysql-u root-p. Here the password which we created. So I am inside of prompt my MariaDB. So now I want to look databases, show databases. So we have two databases. So let's create WordPress. I will create WordPress database. Okay, let's check. So here we have the WordPress database. Now I want to create a user, and this user will be used by WordPress to communicate access WordPress database in MariaDB. So for this, I'm running command create user. Let's call VP user. You can give any name. This is for allowing to go to inside of the WordPress blog. So VPC user at localhost identified by, so this would be our password. Okay, now I want to allow this user, so create user. So this science means so all remote systems, so from any remote connection they can connect. So okay, now I want to assign privileges to this user to manage WordPress database in MariaDB. For this, I'm running command grant all privileges on WordPress to WordPress to VP user. VP user. Okay, now I want to update MariaDB database. After this command, flush. Yes, it's successfully updated. Now for verify, I'm going to go to show databases. We have WordPress database. I want to use MySQL. I want to go inside MySQL database. Okay, now I want to see this inside of my. So select star from user. So here we can see the users which we created. So now I want to look for privileges. So here the grant which we give all privileges for WordPress to our VP user, and this user's name VP user, and it would be identified by password. Okay, so if we go to our PPT, so we finish all of this configuration in MariaDB. Now I want to connect to my apps instance through my NAT instance, and I want to install PHP and HTTP files. So let's go to my instance. I want to copy private IP of app server. So I want to go back and I want to execute here. Okay, I want to exit here too because I'm on my database. So here I'm go to, okay, I want to go to the exit here. Now I'm exiting here. I'm in my database. So now I want to go and connect to my NAT instance. And through NAT instance, I want to connect to my app server. Okay. Okay. And I that key EC2 user and IP address of my app instance, private IP. Yes. So here, this is my app instance 10.10.0190, and here is the app server instance private IP 10.0.190. So in my app instance, I want to install first HTTPD. Sorry, I'm running command. Let's go as a root. Yum install HTTPD -y. systemctl start httpd enable httpd. Now I want to check status. So it's active. So I'm going to my app instance, copy public IP, and here the page is running, Apache pages. So now I'm going to and install PHP, which integration with Apache and is required to host WordPress page. So for this, I need to use Amazon X3 repository to install PHP 7.2. So I'm running command Amazon Linux extras install PHP 7.2. Tapping yes to continue. So I want to check. So go to PHP-B version. It's 7.2.34. Now I'm going to I'm doing ls. Not ls. I'm going to etc/httpd/conf.d. Here, if I'm doing ls, I will see the all configuration for PHP, and here the PHP conf file too. So I'm running command cat php.conf. So here we can see the set handler application x httpd PHP sources. So next, what I'm doing, I'm go to tmp directory. Here I want to download WordPress package. So I'm running command wget http wordpress.org. Okay, so I'm doing ls, and we can see the latest tar.js file here. So now I want to unzip it. xzf or vf. So if I'm doing ls, you can see here the WordPress database is here. So now I'm going to WordPress. Here I want to copy var www.html files. So I'm going ls. So all of this file I want to copy, so let's cp hyphen start slash var slash www html. Now I'm running. I'm going to r slash www slash html, and I'm doing pwd. We see here our here. So next, if I open it, it's nobody, no, it's the permission. So I want to change permission for configuring Apache user ownership for in all files under var www html. For this, I'm running commands chown hyphen capital R and Apache slash var www html. Okay, if I verify, you can see the owners change for Apache. So after this, I want to reload HTTPD. Okay, and it says if it's required, we need to reboot EC2 instance. So let me check. Maybe I don't need to reboot it. Now I need to reboot. So I'm going to my server. Let me go and reboot app server. It's successful reboot. So let's go back to white cement. So here my WordPress pages come up. So now what I'm going to do, I wanna start to set up. So the database name is WordPress. If you remember the username, we give VP WordPress user. The password and localhost, I need to go back to my DB instance, private IP. So this is how we can see our two-tier architecture is set up. I can give any site title. Let's do you can use any. Let me say admin. Password I can give any. Confirm. And email. So okay, sir.
Yeah, Cycle.
Yes, Siva. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
This how we set up all of this two-tier architecture. I think did you get what I did today?
Yes, you have done this. Very cool.
Yeah, it's take me the times to figure out all of these things.
Great.
Thank you. Shanti.